Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. The Season 4 Reloaded update, of course, ended up changing some of the top meta weapons around a little bit. And with that, some of the faster killing weapons in the game are no longer some of the faster killing weapons in the game. So today, we are breaking down the new top 5 fastest TTK weapons and loadouts to be running. As we go through it all, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. And if you're new to the channel or if you have not already subscribed, every day I got you covered with all things going on in COD. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. And also, all weekend long while COD Champs is going on through Sunday, my Gamer Advantage discount code is going to get you 20% off your entire order. So if you use code IMMORTAL at checkout, you'll get the largest discount possible on any frames, prescription or regular lenses. They got tons of different options. The link for these will be down in the description below. So first up here, we've got the Volk. This thing actually has a 725 millisecond TTK at around 40 meters, which is really impressive for that distance compared to a lot of the other weapons that are similar to this. And this is a super versatile weapon. It can be used as like a close range AR SMG hybrid, as sniper support. You could even try it for long range, and it's got a lot of different builds. We might have to do a whole video dedicated to the Volk here in the future. But as far as what this most consistent TTK setup is going to be, first up, we're going to go for the recoil booster to help out that TTK more. We're mainly focused on mid-range in that area here. We want to use the 428 barrel for the best accuracy, control, damage range, and velocity. On here, I kind of like the 2.5 times optic. You could even get away with slate reflector though, honestly. 3 to 6 is always an option as well. Whatever optic you're comfortable with, you should be running that one. Now, for the stocks here, again, you got a couple of options. You could always go for the converted if you want more mobility, especially if you're trying to use this as like sniper support. However, something like the PS is not bad either. It's going to give you some better control. Adjustable is all right too for strafe speed and that initial control. So there's a lot of options. Personally, I like the adjustable stock the most on there. We just got to keep in mind we do have that initial control, so we can't stack anything with sustained. I'm going to use the strife angled underbarrel here. There is a decent amount of horizontal movement. Here's your basic 60 round extended mag here. The magazine capacity is not great on a lot of these mags. For the ammo, always going for lengthened for that sniper support build, just to help out that hit reg in mid-range fights and give you some better velocity there. I'm going to go for the hatch grip again to just help out with some of that control. Perk 1, I'm going to go for perfectionist, just basic recoil control. Then perk 2, either on hand or fully loaded. Both of those are going to work just fine. But yeah, a really versatile setup that kills very fast. Now this one might be a bit of a surprise to you guys, but the M91 LMG from Modern Warfare actually is a powerhouse. It has just under an 850 millisecond TTK at about 60 meters, and it doesn't have any steep damage drop off. It is just a continuous slow descent with that TTK, which is better than most weapons in the game. Of course, around 40, 45, 50 meters, a lot of weapons have a steep drop off and then potentially another one at 70, 80, 90 meters. Not the case with the M91 here. The thing is just through and through an absolute beast. So here we're gonna go for the monolithic suppressor alongside the heavy barrel for the best range, velocity, and control. You got to be running that VLK 3 times optic on there. I like to use that spicy T-pose reticle. We're gonna end up going for the commando foregrip for some better control. And then for the last attachment, you got a couple of options. You don't need a magazine here. Obviously it's an LMG, so you got plenty of ammo. None of these grips are really gonna optimize its true potential, maybe outside of rubber for the better control, but that's not the biggest, area of focus, if you will. It's pretty easy to use this thing. Sleight of hand is never a bad choice because of that slow reload, but personally I feel like tac laser is the way to go for that slightly faster ADS and aiming stability. Makes this a little bit more aggressive because obviously being an LMG, it is relatively slow, so that's something you're gonna have to look past, but this thing does hit like a truck. Now, of course, the Cooper has got to be on this list, especially with the max TTK build for mid-range and whatnot. This thing is insane. It's got just over a 710 millisecond TTK at 30 meters, but it's also got the rifle properties. So the velocity is very spicy, super low recoil. So it's going to be a fantastic sniper support weapon that in that sniper support area of close to mid range, it's just going to fry. You're going to hit so many shots so easily. It's a very straightforward weapon and it gets the job done. So here we got MX silencer, the Cooper custom barrel to help out with that range a little bit. Again, I like the 2.5 times optic, but if you have something you're more comfortable with, be sure to run that instead. For the stock, I actually go for skeletal here to get you some better movement. Just makes it a little bit more aggressive, especially for sniper support, right? Carver foregrip here is nice and easy. The control is not too bad whatsoever. For the magazine, we're going for the 9mm 60, then also the compressed rounds to give it that insane TTK. It hurts the control a little bit, but honestly, the Cooper is still super easy to use. If you wanted to use lengthened, you could, but the TTK is not going to be as good, so just keep that in mind. We've got hatch grip on there. We also have tight grip for the better control during sustained fire. Then for perk 1, again, again, you're either going to go for fully loaded or on hand, whether you value max ammo or faster ADS. Both of those are going to work just fine. Then we got probably my favorite weapon in the game at the moment, the AS-44, just because it's not easy to use. It's not just a, brainless point and shoot laser beam that takes no skill. It does take a bit of patience to learn the control and to master it, especially over some longer ranges like 70, 80, 90 meters. But the reward is just so much. This thing fries. A sub 800 millisecond TTK up to 60 meters. I mean, the thing is just insane. Close range, medium range, long range does not matter. It's going to melt everyone. Of course, we've talked about this several times over the past couple of weeks. Here we're starting with the MX silencer. We got the 615 barrel for the better control and range. Again, 2.5 times 3 to 6, whatever optic you are the most comfortable with. I see a lot of players running the 12B stock. This is definitely a solid choice for that initial control and the recoil recovery. Personally, I like the custom stock for the better control during sustained fire, but neither of those are bad options. A lot of it comes down to preference. Going for the Carver 4 grip to help out with that control. The 50 round mags, and we got lengthened on there as well. We're going to end up running hatch grip here too. There's a decent amount of vertical and horizontal control. Perk 1, I'm going for disable for that extra secret bullet velocity, and also if I hit leg shots, it slows enemies down. Then perk 2, fully loaded or on hand. You do run out of a lot of ammo here very quickly, so fully loaded actually comes in clutch, I'm not gonna lie. And then lastly, we got the Nikita, another weapon that I have been loving recently. And just like the Volk, this is super versatile. You could build an SMG AR hybrid if you wanted to. You could build sniper support. You could even do some long range similar to the AS-44, where yes, the control is not the greatest, so it takes some work, but it can pay off if you can land your shots. So this thing's got a sub 680 millisecond TTK at 44 meters. That initial damage range is so much better than the vast majority of all the other weapons in Warzone. That's what makes this thing so desirable and so good, especially for sniper support. So here we're going for the MX silencer. You got a lot of different options with the barrel. If you wanted sniper support, it's between precision or the 613. 613 is going to be a bit slower, but it's going to give you that insane 44 meter damage range. So I love using this on there, and you can make up the mobility in a few different areas. 2.5 times or 3 to 6 yet again. For the stock here, I actually really like using the folding because it does give you some movement back, so it makes it a little bit more aggressive. For the underbarrel, Carver or Strife angle to work well, there is again a decent bit of vertical and horizontal control, so it just depends on what you value more there. I've been using Carver and it works just fine. For the magazine here, I do go for the 60 round drums for a sniper support build. 50 also would work pretty well, but with 60 you're going to land more shots because that increased control, so I just find that to be a little bit more reliable. Gonna go for lengthened here yet again, hatched as well. Perk 1, I'm going to end up going for perfectionist for that slightly better control once more. Then perk 2, same old. We got fully loaded, we got on hands. You can't go wrong with either of them. And that being said, those are 5 weapons with ridiculously fast TTKs here in Season 4 Reloaded. That's going to wrap things up for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button. That way you can always guarantee you are up to date with the latest news, updates, loadouts, tips, and everything else going on in the world of Call of Duty. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.